It's Thursday, October the 19th, and it's time for the 19th day of Halloween. Today, we're talking about divination. Divination is defined as seeking knowledge by way of supernatural means. The thing that a lot of people don't understand is that actually we are all connected to Source. We all have the capacity to one level or another to participate in this. It's just whether or not you're open, usually. Some people have a bit more of a natural proclivity towards it. I myself have always had a sixth sense or had some sort of knowing before things happened, whether it was a prophetic dream or just this feeling in my gut, absolutely not going there. However, I also use many other methods of finding information when I'm seeking knowledge, and we'll discuss just a few of them today. By the by, always keep your crystal ball covered because they are giant magnifiers. And if a ray of light or sunshine hits this, it can reflect and burn your whole dang house down. And that's not a good look for anyone involved. There are several forms of divination that you can use. Tarot, oracle cards. Sometimes they take a little bit of getting used to, but anyone can buy tarot. You don't have to be gifted your first deck. That is a superstition. You can buy tarot, and as long as you are comfortable and open to it, Spirit and your spirit team can communicate messages to you. Another way would be dowsing rods. Dowsing rods are, generally speaking, copper. I haven't seen any that were made of other products, but that's not to say that they're not available. They'll have a handle that you hold onto, and then there will be a rod that is free moving. Copper is very conductive and can use the energy around you to get a message of yes, thank you, or no. These dowsing rods can also be used to locate water in the ground, so there is some science to this. It's not just woo-woo. If you need a very clear answer, there are coins that you can buy. I have some, and I couldn't find them, so I am assuming that means Spirit does not want them filmed. But one will say yes, it'll say yes on one side and no on the other. You flip it and you get your yes or no answer. You can also do things like buy a book of answers, although I find that the answers that I get usually are not entirely appropriate to the question. I suppose it has something to do with my connection with Spirit. I have seen people make very good content or get very good results from them. Another way that you can communicate with Spirit is through pendulums. And anything can be a pendulum. All you need is a length of cord and a weight at the end. For example, I could use my daughter's toothless necklace as a pendulum. You want to let it get into a circle, and then you can say something like, show me yes, thank you. Let it reset, show me no. And it very quickly changes. Then you can ask questions. The main thing would be that you need to remember that subconsciously you can end up controlling and influencing the answers that you get from these, so you want to try and stay as clear and impartial as possible. When I am doing readings for myself or others, one thing that I enjoy is a charm bag where I have taken buttons, charms, anything that I thought was unique or gave me a vibe, and I put it in this bag, and then I ask a question and pull and see what intuition tells me. So we'll say, what does Spirit see for me in the coming month? I do a little pinch and pull out and see what I've gotten. Rubber duck. I got a dragonfly and a little thing that says faith. Dragonflies, for me, are always messages from Spirit, typically from the male or the more phallic side of things. And faith, self-explanatory. So I could take that as in the next month, I will see a lot of signs from some of my male ancestors showing me which way and where I would want to keep my attention and positive energy. And this wasn't supposed to be an actual pull for me, but when I put the bag to the side, it dropped and a whole bunch of charms fell out. And I'm going to show you what they are so you can see kind of where I would come from when I... Okay, so I've got family, yay, cardinals, which are typically messages from lost loved ones, a butterfly, which makes me think of my ancestors of the female descent, a ball, a bee, live. This cameo here also makes me think of female ancestors, and then we have the bottom half of a little flip-flop. Again, while I'm planning on doing a reading for myself, this isn't actually my intended reading, but if I were pulling this right here, I would see and believe that my actual message would be to spend time with my family, try and have some fun in these dark times, which would actually be quite a message for me. I've been very stressed because of the state of the world. The bee makes me think of hard work and sweet results, and the flip-flop makes me think of fun on a vacation. However, it being upside down is slightly concerning. If this was my reading, I would want to honestly spend some time in quiet solitude and prayer, being thankful and doing things that make me happy and bring joy to my life. Honestly, shouldn't we all be doing that though? Similar to a crystal ball, you could try scrying in a magic mirror or water. I do not ever fill my magic mirror, and that is because energetically it is charged to me and I keep it very protected. The crystal ball I have not recently connected with, so I know that I would have work before I actually used that. And I haven't tried scrying in water, though I probably should, being that I am such a strong water sign. The point being that if you wanted to get answers from spirit or the other side, you can through several different venues. And it's really about what you're comfortable with and your connection to source. If you have religious beliefs that restrict you from doing things like this, then you will probably get less than stellar results, because really the message is only going to come through as clearly as you are open. The important thing to remember in any divination practice is that you say your prayers and use protections, because you don't want any kind of negative energy attaching to you. And above all, I do not ever recommend using a Ouija board. So as the veil thins, if you're planning on experimenting, just remember, scry responsibly. Brightest blessings, y'all.